Hello, everyone. My name is Cassie Davis, the Meet the Musician Project Manager for the Crosse Symphony Orchestra, and welcome back to another Meet the Musician episode. Today's a little different as we get to host an interview with one of our upcoming guest artists, Kyle Price. He will be performing the Antonio Vivaldi Concerto for Two Cellos in G minor with Cole Randolph in our May 1st concert, Roman Holiday. So Kyle, you were with the La Crosse Symphony as our principal chair cellist. You've won awards while you were with us, and now you've moved on. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you've been doing?
Yeah, I really love La Crosse, and it has a special place in my heart when I was there for a number of years as principal cellist. And since then, I got a position with the Cavani string quartet. And Cavani was in residence at the Cleveland Institute of Music for a long time. And they're based in Cleveland, Ohio, and we travel all around playing string quartets. And quartet playing is something that's really special and to me, and it's a passion of mine. So I was just really thrilled to get that opportunity, and that brought me kind of away from La Crosse. But I'm excited now to return in this new capacity.
That's fantastic. So you talked a little bit about the string quartet you were in. Can you tell us a little bit about the history behind it? We know that it originally started in 1984, so obviously you weren't the first cellist to be a part of that ensemble. How'd you come to the decision of joining that group?
Yeah, I was really fortunate to grow up actually with the Cavani string quartet. My mom, Deborah Price, is a well-known performer and educator in the Columbus, Ohio area. And she was close friends with the quartet. So I've known them since I was born. And the teacher, my teacher from conservatory when I went to CIM was Mary Peckham, the founding cellist of the quartet. So when she left and there was a few changeovers, there was an opening, and Annie, the founding first violinist, I reached out to her and we coordinated time for me to perform with them, and it went really well, and I think everyone enjoyed it. And they asked me to kind of move forward with them, and it was a really amazing opportunity and something that I still cherish.
That's fantastic. We love strings, obviously, here. So it's so wonderful to see people that have been part of our community go off and continue to do amazing things, especially for young musicians, just to see that it really is possible to keep music a part of your life. And we know you did that another way by starting the Karoga Lake Music Festival. What inspired you to begin that? And can you tell us how it began?
Sure. Every summer break and winter break from school, I would go to Karoga Lake, New York, which is this small town, kind of lake town in the Adirondacks. And my grandmother lived there, and our family would go essentially vacation there. And I've been doing that my whole life. And it came to my sister and I kind of as an idea one summer. Why don't we bring our friends here from conservatory and the music festivals that we had been attending around the area to come play some concerts, just a few free concerts for the community. It would be fun to have our friends here, and it would be fun for the community maybe to listen to some of these amazing artists that we've had the pleasure to interact with. And so it had very innocent beginnings, and then quickly became this crazy project, frankly. It's this incredible thing that's been occurring to kind of transform this rural community that's been kind of on the down and outs for a few decades, and think about kind of infusing it with arts and culture and seeing how that transforms the community. And I think obviously La Crosse being not a humongous city, but still a decent sized city, one can still see the benefits of the orchestra and how it impacts the local arts and culture and connects the community. And so I think, in a very micro scale in Karoga, you see similar effects. And it's been a really fun journey. And now we have about, I'd say, on a normal summer, 100 performers or so, around 40 concerts. And we generally attract around like 8,000 to 12,000 people over the summer. So it's become a very big operation, and something that I truly enjoy putting together.
That is fantastic. And so you said on a normal summer, you attract certain people. What was your experience with COVID last summer, and how did it affect you guys?
It was really challenging. We luckily came up with a lot of creative ideas, I think, for bringing programming to the area in unconventional ways. The first of which was putting together virtual concerts on YouTube and Facebook that incorporated interviewing local community members, local businesses, having our artists playing and kind of curating this project online that people could watch for July 4th or something like that. And that was really fun. And then we came up with kind of an in-person idea for the summer, which was we called it the Karoga Arts Boat Tour. And we essentially went to 7 different lakes in the area, and we got 3 pontoon boats together, and musicians were on the pontoon boats. We were docking and driving the pontoon boats, and we just go to the different residents in the area who wanted us to come play at their deck or their dock or their porch. And we did these kind of socially distant concerts over the water, and ended up being a really magical couple of weeks doing that. I really feel like I became kind of my own sailor during that time, and the cello was with me the entire time. So, playing Bach Cello Suite No. 1 over the water for 2 weeks, it brings it to life in a different way.
That is so cool. Do you guys plan on going back to normal this summer, or have you planned anything fun for that yet?
Yeah, we're planning on going back to normal at this point. There is some capacity restrictions that we're taking into account, and so it's kind of going to be a little shortened, a few less number of musicians. And these musicians, are also people that play in La Crosse, like Aaron Schwartz is a regular visitor, Wes Luke, Adam Dorn, who comes in subs with the orchestra. Zach Prusel has been at Karoga a few times. So it's been fun to kind of take these connections I've made across the country and also bring them to New York in the summer. Beyond that, it's also cool because I think we're going to try to utilize some of our digital developments from last summer and incorporate it into what we're doing now in the in-person events as well.
That's fantastic. With the amount of technology advancements that have been made over the past summer, it's so cool, especially to see smaller creators just utilize that technology to reach out to a larger fan base. You talked Definitely. A little bit about your time at the LSO, introducing some of the people, like Zach, who have actually been on our Meet the Musician series. So why don't you tell us about your beginning as the principal cellist with the LSO? How long have you been with them? How did you start off?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I actually, after my time with at the Cleveland Institute of Music, where I was studying with Mary, the founding cellist of Cavani, I got a fellowship to attend UW-Madison as a Collins Fellow there. And I became really close with Uri Vardy, and one of my friends, Wes Luke, essentially invited me he had an opening in his apartment. So I became roommates with Wes. And that led me to understanding and learning about lacrosse and all the cool things he was doing out there. And that kind of got me introduced to Alexander, and Alexander Platt has been just incredible, for helping my development, but then also just the opportunities he's presented and the openness he's given to kind of see me grow in that capacity. But also we've collaborated in Chicago and at the Ravinia Festival, and we've also in New York collaborated together. He runs a series called the Maverick Concert Series in New York. So we've kind of stayed connected throughout this whole process. And through that, I was a young cellist. I think can't remember if I was like 22 or 23 when I started as like principal cellist of lacrosse, and spent probably 3 or 4 years there playing principal cello. And I just learned so much. I remember playing at Viterbo, and just the environment of always feeling like there's these, it's always well attended, the concerts there, and that energy on stage with all the players and with the audience. It was something that, I really cherish, and it was just so much fun. And I'm definitely looking forward, even in this, with our new capacity situations, just so much looking forward to being back there with Cole, who's a fellow friend that I got to introduce to lacrosse as well.
If you had to tell a non-musician what the best part about being a part of a symphony is, what would you tell them?
I would say it's an amazing opportunity to create a world, like a portable world that you get to share with the audience. The composers curate this whole experience, this whole universe within the score. And then we as musicians, along with the conductor, get to bring that world to life. We get to kind of take it out of the score and put it into the air. And when you play in a symphony, just having all the types of instruments around you and that sense of power and storytelling all at the forefront is something that's extremely engaging and exciting. And I think people sense that, especially when they're just the general person, when they're watching a movie and they hear that kind of orchestral soundtrack kind of move through them. It's extremely powerful. And I'd say in the symphony orchestra concert, there's a similar kind of effectiveness to getting people to really feel moved and think beyond what we're seeing in front of us.
That was so well put. What are your upcoming performances that might be interesting to our viewers so that we can keep an eye on you? We know lacrosse misses having you here. To keep in touch.
Yeah. I miss lacrosse, and so happy that Zach is there and all of these amazing individuals that I have a close relationship with. For me personally, Cavani String Quartet is continuing to perform. We're teaching at this amazing summer program called Encore, which is happening throughout June. It's in Cleveland. And we also are performing for my mom's program, which is called Chamber Music Connection, which is a really fantastic program in Columbus. We're kind of venturing around, but definitely, feel free to find me on Facebook. And I kind of post all of my concerts that are upcoming there. And, beyond that, you can visit Karoga Lake's Music Festival's website, krogerarts.org, and that'll track the whole summer season, and you can see what's happening there. We feature not just classical artists, but bluegrass, jazz, pop, the whole 9 yards.
All right, everyone. Unfortunately, that is all the time that we have today. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's Meet the Musician. Make sure you purchase your tickets to the Roman Holiday concert that is on May 1st using the link that's going to be in the description box below. And right next to those links are going to be the Cavani String Quartet website for you, so you can learn more about this fantastic ensemble. And thank you so much to Kyle for being part of this series, and we can't wait to see you at the concert. All right, we'll see everyone next week.
Thank you.